This is Mujahidul Islam. In today's video, we will discuss the chapter war. First of all, we have to know what is called war. According to the English grammar, a war is a word which denotes an action, an event, or a fact. If we feel that any word which define any of these three terms, we will consider the word as a verb. For example, Ram is jumping. So here we will consider the word jump as verb, which is defining the action that is performed by the subject, and the subject here is Ram. If we talk about event, then we may take the example that an accident occurred on the road. Here, the accident is the subject and the incident of occurring the accident, that is conveying by the word occur. So where this word occur is a verb. If we talk about fact, Ram is a good boy. It is conveying the message about Ram or the fact about Ram that Ram is a good boy. It is called the state of being. Another example we may take in this regard, that Dispur is the capital of Assam. Here, the word is defying the fact about Dispur, that is capital of Assam. Next, if we talk about kinds of verbs, then we get primarily its two kinds. One is called principal verb and other is called auxiliary verb. This principal verb is also known as main verb, and this auxiliary verb is also known as helping verb. Now let's discuss why this is called main verb or principal verb and this is called auxiliary verb or helping verb. The verbs that has their own meaning and sense, that is, if we utter a word and if we feel some sense, if we get some meaning or some information, then we consider this verb as main verb or principal verb. For example, read, write, work, jump, go, come. All other words are principal verbs because if we talk about all these words, we get some sense. If we talk about read, we get a sense that the activity of reading something. If we talk about walk, then we get a sense that the activity of walking. Likewise, write, go, come, all other verbs that has their own meaning. On the other hand, if we talk about these verbs, that is auxiliary verb or helping verb, we do not get any particular sense from these verbs. That's why they are called auxiliary verb. For example, is, was, are, were. We do not get a complete sense if we say the word is. It doesn't mean anything. That's why they are called auxiliary verb. Why it is called helping verb? It is called helping verb because it helps these main verbs to get their perfect shape. We know that there are 12 kind of tenses and these helping verbs actually help these main verbs or principal verbs to get their perfect shape according to the tense. Keep in mind that these words, that means these principal verbs or primary verbs, they are just one word, and while writing any sentence or while writing sentences, we have to put these words into 12 different shapes. So how we can give it? Here in this case, these helping verbs help us to give a perfect shape to these main verbs or these principal verbs. That's why these are called helping verbs. Again, we have two kinds of these principal verbs or primary verbs. One is called transitive verb and other is called intransitive verb. Let's discuss what is transitive verb and what is intransitive verb. If we see any action which doesn't stop with the door and it passes to another noun or pronoun, then we consider the verb as transitive verb. That means that this particular verb has two nouns or pronouns. One is called subject and other is called object. For example, Sita sings songs. Here, if we just say Sita sings, then the message seems incomplete. So that's why we have to add another noun to it, that is song. So here the verb, that is sing, is working with two different nouns or pronouns. One is Sita and again we have the noun song. So here in this sentence we will consider this verb sing as a transitive verb. Another example we may take that Meena is writing a letter. So here the verb is writing, or you may say is writing. So here this verb, that is writing, is working with two nouns, Meena and letter. So if we just say Meena is writing, the sentence seems incomplete, because what is Meena writing? It may be a book, it may be a novel, it may be a poem or anything else. So we have to clear it. So here we have to say Meena is writing a letter or Meena is writing a poem. So here this verb write is working with two different nouns. So in this case, this verb is called a transitive verb. Another kind of main verb or primary verb is intransitive verb. What is called intransitive verb? The verb that stops with its dual only. It doesn't transfer to other noun or pronoun. It just works with only one noun or pronoun and we get a complete sense. No need to add another noun or pronoun as object in this sentence. In this case, this verb is called intransitive verb. For example, the baby is crying. So here the subject is the baby and the verb is cry, that is crying. So here the sentence is very complete. No need to add any other noun or pronoun with this sentence or with this verb to make it more clear. It is 100% clear. So these kind of verbs are called intransitive verb. Another example in this regard, we may take that Raman is running. Here, this sentence is very clear. We can get a clear information about Raman, that the activity that he is doing is running. No need to add any other noun or pronoun in this regard. So I hope you all have understood this. Thank you very much.